As we look at the heat on deck, Stars and Stripes, happy 4th of July for those people in the US who have got up super early to watch their boy G.Colapinto alongside I.Crane. And they're up against our Spaniard R.Waida. Rounding out the field is young Indonesian prodigy R.Waida.
Up and riding, this is R.Waida. So gunning down the line. Little check turn off the top. He's looking down the line. You check, he's looking for something that he can possibly boost on at the end. Little pop air.
Things we're loving about this is the opportunities for guys like this. R.Waida, 4th priority. Why not roll the dice down the bank? And that's a better, mature turn. Is he going to be able to finish this one off? Absolutely he will. So 4.6667, I should say, garnished for the first one. As we come back to action on hand, I.Crane, he's waited 8 or so minutes to open his account on his backhand, and a lovely backhand it is, squaring that one off. Lovely flared out hit. The wave just running off, and it just amazes me the cat-like upside-down balance that these guys just are able to maintain those manoeuvres. I'm Mike throwing you out of the boat. You should know those things.
No, I do have the app open here, but my app...
A.Aranburu, we know he's out of the Basque region of Spain, flying under the Spanish flag, flying down the line. He is looking for this thing to stand up and finish that one off. Low centre of gravity. Ritz, I had a joke with him yesterday. One of the favourite things I like about him is he used to always surf without a tail pad. One of the rare surfers, and he sort of said, "Nah, we're going back to the tail pads now. I just like the feeling a little bit better."
Happy they came, you know. Tell us about that last wave, that massive air reverse out, and you managed to just get out of the white water and stick that. What was going through your heart and your head when you knew that you were going to get that score?
Said that it became too hollow for him, and from our perspective and the folks on the beach, it certainly didn't look like that. Can you imagine how he felt landing that thing, just knowing yes, I got through?
Well, speaking of yes, he is activated for his second ride. G.Colapinto traversing down the line. This thing hasn't stood up for him yet, so he's not wasting his time. He too goes, I've got aerials on lockdown, and that is a very functional move for G.Colapinto. Seen many times. He seldom fails to complete those ones. Be just a local surfer. I don't think he's a big name, and Griff gave us a cheeky direction on where to go. But here is that aerial. It's funny looking at that. We said it was quite functional, but looking at the replay of that one,
G.Colapinto has attracted a lot of youngsters to the beach this event. Up and riding that is I.Crane, our surfer from the USA. He was also an aerial specialist, and here we go, lining something up on the inside. What are we going to see here, Scotty? He's got his eye on something. Goes for a I like that. Look at the flare on the tail.
So compressed. That was tail high, that rotation. So I might just adjust my thinking there. And I.Crane, this was his one.
You'd be mistaken for thinking this is the Maldives. Looking at the colour of the water there, Scotty. This is beautiful conditions at Ballito for the O'Neill Ballito Pro.
And I want to get to priority over I.Crane, my fellow American, as A.Aranburu just hands priority over to R.Waida. Having a quick look at that little closeout. So probably pull apart those last few waves. Very apologies, this is a 4.67, so we're still waiting for that one. But I.Crane, that little fin ditch at the end that we like, that garnished him a 5.63. But it is A.Aranburu with a massive open face slash there and jams that end section. So we'll see what he did on the start of that. His low score is a 3.6. Aritz was looking for a 5.5 to jump up into that advancing second position.
And what amazes me is the transition between turns, how fast it is. His second turn there straight into his third one, Scotty, was just so fast.
Absolutely. G.Colapinto not able to find a fast one there as that one runs off the bank. So really, I see this one wide open. We've talked about that 12-point being the benchmark. Expect the back half of this heat to sort of be able to get some bigger manoeuvres as we see I.Crane looking down the line. He too goes, I've got an aerial game, and just over-rotate. And this man, G.Colapinto, who seems to be keeping busy down to the left of screen. Right. He got a 6 for his last one, says, well, I'll just do that again, and very similar. I'm not sure what we do to separate them, Mike, and make them any different. So you'd expect that to go into his 6s as well. He's looking for a 4.14 if he wanted to move up. So let's see if we can't pull apart both of these airs. This is his first one. So you liked it because it was clean, Mike?
Yeah, nice and clean. Gets the nose in first, picks it down. As the tail lands, it pulls the board around, very clean. So you saw how the nose went into the water first. I think this is the second one, right?
This is the second one, yep.
Similar height. The nose lands on the foam. Little, I'm going to call it messy, coming out. So I'm in the commentary booth and not in the, in the judges' tower.
I.Crane, he goes, what time is it, folks? It's 12 o'clock. And on the last one, recognises, hey, repetition is a little bit or something I don't want to have. So just flares out that last turn a little bit, riding out of two big manoeuvres, flowing really well between them. Tail pad to be able to get the rest of the board around. Big open face cutty for R.Waida. Surfing really mature. He's quite light of foot, is R.Waida, and we see a lot of aerials and rotation and innovative surfing from him. He's actually surfing quite mature, using a lot of face carves. He carries his speed really well between his turns.
The nose projected out into the flats, caught the flats and pulled the board round. The second one, it was very, very fast as well, but you can see it nicely in the slow-mo. He actually lands in the soupy milkshake section and pulls it round.
So we see this is young R.Waida looking for a 7.03 now, and he goes, I've got an air game too. And kind of was in two minds with his grab there or not. And with that, wasn't able to rotate the upper body. Get back to the action. See I.Crane having a look at that one. R.Waida, well, he's in fourth priority, so why not roll the dice on this? He'll be hoping this to be a 7.03, only a small wave. He'll need some fireworks for that one, and he knows that that's not going to do that for him. He's going to be trying to find something. A A.Aranburu who's been patient. And you can see here, he's got priority, 25 seconds. Well, the last one ended with a flurry, Mike. Let's see what happens here. He's looking for a 6.56. It'll have to be a really big score for him, and one of the best of the heat. Only the two turns, and does that lovely drop wall. You can see he tried as hard as he could to push on that back foot and send as much spray as he can. 6, and going into that range. I.Crane, well, he's pretty safe in that first position. The boys at O'Neill will be pumped for that. And R.Waida, well, not sure. We don't have this on-screen display whether he got in before the siren or not, but it doesn't matter anyway because he isn't able to ride out of that one. So it looks as though it will be the O'Neill team rider. I.Crane taking this one out alongside fellow Stars and Stripes competitor G.Colapinto. Might do is take a little break, and we'll come back to see if that man on screen did get his 6.56 to bump down the white hope of G.Colapinto. I was hypothesising not. We'll be back in a short moment, and we'll have that result for you. You're watching the Ballito Pro presented by O'Neill.